Hi, I'm Marina Johnson. I'm a fourth-year PhD candidate in TAPS, and I'm the director of The Wolves. The Wolves is a 90-minute play by Sarah DeLappe that takes us through the lives of a high school girls' soccer team. In each scene of the play, we join the girls on separate Saturday mornings, where we see them warming up before their games. In these warm-ups, we see feats of athleticism, but we also hear really interesting conversations. When I first experienced the play in 2016 when it was first produced, I thought, wow, this play is really relevant. And when I revisited it in 2023, I felt the same thing. For instance, in the play, the characters are talking about genocide. And when I walk around campus right now, I hear people grappling with the same things that these girls are grappling with on stage. So I think the audience will be able to relate to that and to see what it means to receive different pieces of information and to form opinions based on those things. People don't always take teenage girls seriously. And so in the play, we see these characters whose opinions are changing, but they're changing because they're presented with new information pretty much constantly. And we get to see the actors take on these really complex, nuanced characters, and that's such fun. Play is really ensemble driven. It's rare to experience a play that doesn't have one or two leads. Instead, this ensemble is what makes the play exciting, and we see every character get to shine throughout different scenes in the play. When I direct, I usually direct plays that are smaller cast plays or that have scenes that have maybe 2 to 4 people on stage at a time. And so this larger cast play, where almost everyone is on stage for almost the entire play, has been an exciting challenge. In a lot of the play, the actors are doing warm-ups, and so they're warming up before the game, and we had to figure out, okay, in what positions are they warming up? How are they able to remember and do these warm-ups while sometimes there are 3 conversations happening on stage at the same time? And then sometimes we had soccer balls, which becomes an auditory challenge too. If we have 3 groups passing soccer balls back and forth and 3 conversations, how can we do this, and how can I as a director shape these moments so that the audience is still getting parts of the conversation and they're able to understand the scene while we're also getting the cacophony, which is part of the experience too. Sarah DeLappe poses some interesting questions in the play. I've mainly been focused on 2. The first is, what does it mean to be an individual who is also part of a team? Which is something that most humans can relate to, but especially in the case of high school girls, where their identities are continuing to change, and where their identity also has to fit in and help them navigate groups like this soccer team. And so as they continue to change and grow, they're figuring out what their role is in this group. And that relates to the second thing I've been focusing on, which, not to spoil the play for you, but a tragic moment does occur. And an image I've been using for that in rehearsal is that a bubble bursts. So for this group, the supports, the things that they've always had in place for themselves, that changes. And what do they do when that change occurs? How do they find resilience in themselves? What does that mean for soccer? Is that still an important aspect of their life? Or are there other aspects of themselves that emerge and come to the surface? And then how do they make these changes to their own lives in conversation with their community? This group came in so willing to learn and to grow together, and it's really felt like, we have a cast and a team, and it's just bonded them so beautifully.